What is up, YouTube? How's it going? They adjust the light, camera. It's all the same. Not moving. Wait for some people to hop in the chats here. If anyone's willing to join me for a Monday Night Live, Monday Fun Day. Got 2 people in here. Started my day off chasing geese. That was pretty fun. And then cleaning up all their poop. That was not so fun. There's a bad crack in that. Never noticed that before. So anyways, got some changes coming here. Got to sort through all that, figure life out, the usual. I feel like YouTube's really screwing things up. Hey, good to see you too, buddy. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Not sure if you ever got to do apartment maintenance where you're at or what you got into, but I hope everything's going well for you. Thanks for hopping in, saying hi. It's been a long time. I know I see you on Instagram every once in a while, but haven't crossed paths on the YouTubes in a while. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Not sure if you bought into the Work Pro, but I did buy a few tactics things, and I've been enjoying them. I actually don't have a lot. You know who sells it over here is this place called Ross's. They have a lot of tactics. Other than that, it's just Amazon, and I haven't found any other store, so. Give this a few more minutes here, see if anyone else shows up. If not, we'll roll for the night. That's all right. Check something real quick. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if this isn't working. We got Carlos. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week. I popped over to your YouTube profile and started watching your video on your career path. I think it might have been from 5 or 6 years ago. So I guess you figured things out, which is good to see. See, there you go. Apprentice plumber. Turnings by Turner. What's up, brother? So, how much longer do you have being an apprentice? Tradesman this year. There you go. Awesome. There must be something goofing up because there's a couple people in here and the message YouTube has been goofy for like the last 2 weeks, or it has for me at least. I don't know what's up, but whatever. All good. Interesting. Maybe they're getting ready to ban me. Carlos, I will try to do that fan video sometime this week. My schedule's gotten a little bit busy. Um, I'll probably get the Hyper Tough one to test out. I can't guarantee the Cobalt, but I have the Ryobis also. Um, but it all depends on your working conditions and what you're willing to lug around. Uh, I'm sure. I'm sure Flex will be making those in the. Might not do the Pro Press tools, but I could see them getting into snake machines. I mean, they're a young company. You got to watch. Um, what's watch them build their products. They've come up pretty quick and came in pretty hard. So that's awesome of them. Michael, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Monday. Um, and tonight we have a Czech beer, which really isn't that bad. Owned by the Czech Republic. I went to this beer distributor I've never been to over the weekend, and they had lots of beer. And the guy next to me, I think, spent about. Yes, that clamp fan, I have not purchased it yet, but I might do that also, Carlos, because Michael's right. That could be another nice option because of the clamp. Um, so I might try and swing that in with the Hyper Tough one. I have the big Ryobi 18 volt 3-speed circular I wouldn't call it like a. It's like a. It's like the power of a box fan. But it's nice because it's also hybrid. You could plug it in or use the battery. Um, the misting stuff, I'm not sure. I know people like it. I don't think I want to be getting sprayed with water. Like, if I want water, I'm just going to dump it on. Um, I didn't know Cobalt had an aluminum one like that. Um, I use a Husky, and what I do is over time, I WD 40 it. I really try, like, if I use it in any water, I'll set it, the bits and stuff out and kind of carry it around that way. Um, but I like the handle on this Husky so much that I'll go buy another cheap, like $1 6-in-1 from Busy Beaver or wherever, and just take the bits out and put it in the Husky. Have you made a miniature ocean gate Titan submarine for your fish tank with Lego men in it to simulate disaster? That would be awesome. I was thinking about just like making a video like uh, Titan submersible from a maintenance man perspective, what went wrong. And just do it all in Pittsburghese and give my opinion on it. The amount of people jumping on, I don't know. I think there was one the other day. It was like, and they all get millions of views. I'm not gonna lie. That whole situation really intrigued me on submersibles because I didn't know that many people wanted to like go there. I don't know. And do that. There was a I wish you had Instagram. I'm on there. If you guys don't know, at Man the Maintenance. Yeah, something like that. Uh, but there's something funny on there. That wasn't designed for that depth. Sure was not. James Mall, what's going on? Um, it was not designed for that depth, and that guy should have taken that 8K video, which he did, and that's it. Build your next one. The Ryobi Torx bit really tough. I think it's great. Been using them with DeWalt 20 volt. Everyday carry both of them. Nice. I have to check out the Ryobi. I hear they have a new set of stuff that's not fasteners, but bits that are good. And I've never had a pair of good Ryobi bits. I love Ryobi, but their drill bits aren't too bad. There you go. Yeah, it wasn't made for multiple dives. Um, you know, I do like that Stockton Rush. He was very like, oh, They want me to get this all certified and this and that, and just to pay up money. And I get it, because if you look at the submersible community, I mean, it's all rich people, very rich. So I guess if you're doing it on a budget, but I mean, you can't. It's like one thing you can't cut the corners in. So apparently there's a transcript of it. Does any power tool sell a battery with a wall outlet to have constant power while other batteries charge? Yeah, the Metabo HPT 36-volt line. But be careful, because they have 18 and 36. So Metabo HPT 36-volt lineup, they have a battery where you could plug in the tools. But I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I've always had, no matter what battery lineup I've always had their supercharger. So like when I had Milwaukee, I had the M12 4 gang, I had the M18 6, and then I also had the one where it was M18 and M12. Rigid only had a 2 gang one, was the biggest. And then out of the bigger lineups I've owned, and then Ryobi. Now, the Metabo and what was the other? Metabo charger's pretty quick though, with the fan cooling and stuff. I was thinking about that today, because there's certain tools you do overheat or working out in extreme heat. Cold really hasn't been an issue for me ever. My Ryobi batteries have been in the van. We had a few days that were 0, minus, below 0, all that stuff, and they're still working just fine. Held their charge. Wasn't drained. I think they're called, diamond bits. I got a small set. They do seem to hold the screw well. I think VCG Construction. Yeah, I think I saw them do it, and of course you would have a small set or a sample size. But yeah, Ryobi has some dual voltage tools. Wish they had more of them. Dual voltage being 1840, and is that more outdoor? Because I've never seen that. I've seen the hybrid, and I've seen, like, my cordless miter saw is 36 volt, because it's two 18-volt batteries. I will say, like, it'd be nice if, because Ryobi does make some nice hybrid stuff. Means where you could plug it in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, why don't they come out with like a Sawzall like that? Or I'm trying to think. So like, yeah, fan motor. It's not. Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't do that. They're lights. I have dual hybrid lights. So I mean, it'd be nice for like things like a Sawzall, circ saw, heck, even maybe a drill. Um, I do. Well, their snake. I have the snake that I could plug in. I also have their transfer pump, which is nice. This thing. This thing is really nice, and I think you get it on a pretty good deal. It's been in a lot of poopy water and stuff, that's for sure. Um, But so this is how that works. And I'm sure this is like a transformer, to step down. Here's how it plugs in. It's a pretty cool machine. It's so, with this house, I have a hot tub that I wasn't very fond of keeping. Haven't really used it a lot, but I do use it in the winter sometimes. I was using that to drain it out and clean it, and it does it, but it takes a while, and you can plug it in. But I just bought a bigger plug-in one, put in Princess Jamie, Miss Carol, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. But the nice thing about that is it is battery powered. So like if you ever had like a sub pump fail or a boiler room flood or a driveway drain get clogged and you have to, what I would do is take a Home Depot bucket, drill a bunch of holes in the bottom of it, put window screen around the bottom, and then sink it in because it would get water, but it would filter out the big stuff. Then you stick the hose in it, put some rocks in the bottom too to weigh it down. And then that clears stuff like that out really quick. And it's battery powered, so you can walk around properties and do that. It's super handy. Same with the sub pumps that fail. I agree with that there, BW. Like my Ryobi 6 gang, it just does it one by one. Same with all the Milwaukees I've had. And the Metabo does charge fairly quick, but I like the fan idea to it. But yes, I've always had enough. That's what I was getting back to. I've always had enough batteries where I've never run out. I think Ryobi batteries, I probably have 20, I buy at least 4 a year. Same when I had like Milwaukee. I had a ton of batteries for the Milwaukee and rigid. Just, cycle through. One goes bad, throw it on the charger. You should always have enough. I will be right back. Don't follow me, camera. Feature. It was hot and humid in Alabama. Well, how hot was it? I can handle straight heat. I just hate humidity. I really do. That's when, you know, take a dump in a portage on a hot and humid day is like the most uncomfortable thing in the world. 60% humidity. Oh, 101 with 88. Jeez. Did you do any driving in that? Yeah, I'll take dry heat all day over humidity. Joe, the 460, how did it hold up in that heat? AC max cool working. Nice. I dig it. I like that. I might be on the hunt for a work van for myself soon, and I kind of want to get like a '80s Ford Econoline type van situation, just because that, or like a Toyota Previa. Might as well swim instead of sit. Or a 460 Econoline. I'm thinking about it. I saw one for sale. It's pretty mint. I'm not sure how soon I'm gonna purchase it, but I don't know what that means. Econoline is still made, but Ford doesn't like to. Why are they like the Ford Lightning? $200,000. They the Transit Connect. So when I first started my new job, I had the Transit. I don't know if it's 360, so it's like the long and it's the tall. I mean, this thing was ginormous. I don't know if I have a picture of it, but it was huge. But then when we hired the new guy, I didn't mind it, but it was kind of ridiculous. And so I gladly pass it along, and I have a GMC Savannah 2500. Trying to see if I have a picture of this beast. It was a huge van, though. I might delete the picture just because. So that's what I do. Or Stanley Steamer. Stanley Steamer, is that what they use? I guess it is. I feel like I deleted it. I think one night I was like, you know, I am every other day. I hate my job. I'm deleting this. Because F them. I don't want to see this. Yep, delete it permanently. Cool. Well, I could take a picture of it on Monday. I don't think I want a U-Haul. I'm looking at stack drawer system for my Ram truck. Any ideas? Um, isn't there a system called Stacked? Um, I was actually going to message you, James, on Instagram. Um, because I think I'm going to finally start my own business. doing it on the side, of course. But I've worked out of a truck and I've worked out of the van now for the last 3 years. And I'm going to do like more maintenance stuff. So I think I'd like to just, pick up like an older panel van and use that, because in mine I have gosh darn it, a shelving unit, and on both sides it's very easy to organize. And I don't know, it's tricky depending on what you do. I told you no, stop following me. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Another thing you could do, James, that would be fairly easy is Husky has those big, large plastic bins with wheels. I'm sure you could get like 2 of those and maybe make some sort of wood platform or some platform on top of it if you really wanted to. But I mean, those would be easy enough to slide out. You could have one full with your tools and have one full with your, materials and stuff like that. Yes, I have, Michael. It's not hard. I mean, you're not going to get into like, you know, um, jobs where you're pulling permits, basically. So anything that's that, and um, you just play to your strengths, right? So as I read about handymen and different guys and stuff starting their own thing, um, it's hey Nick Pixel TV, what's going on, brother? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for popping in, showing some support. It's like, if you want to like remodel a bathroom or something, you're not you're not pulling permits for it. I mean, as long as you're not like redoing heavy stuff like building a deck or something, you'd have to pull permits. I mean, when I remodeled my house, I didn't like re-engineer anything. I just remodeled it. Never pulled a permit because you're just going to pay more taxes when you do, because they're going to come over and start seeing. So just wait till you sell it. But be informed of what you're doing, because you don't want to be doing stuff where you actually do need to pull permits. Junk from work, what's going on? Yeah, I gotta make Nick Pixel. He's got the best little helper. I think he just got a John Deere tractor. He's got a little helper just the, you know, mowing his lawn perfectly. Uh, Junk from work. I already said that. Get in and out before the devil knows you're there. That's pretty much my life. Yeah, get good insurance. Um, I'm going to be insured and, liability. I do have to look into that because, I have to see what works for me. But basically, though, I will say this. If you want to get into the handyman business, get in now because I feel like it's going to be flooded in about a year or two. Little man's a blast, loves to be in the mix and working. He's one of us. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I got my youngest is gonna turn 3 this month. And yeah, when I go out to cut the lawn and stuff, he's there with me. Hops hops up when I leaf blow and stuff, and if I fix stuff on the house, he'll go grab his hammer and screwdriver and stuff I got and follows me around. So yeah, it's fun times, man. Enjoy it. They sold a car line with passenger van configuration. I don't want no passenger van. I just want the you know. I'm waiting until I retire from military before I do anything. That's it's understandable. Have y'all ever turned a front porch or rear porch into an AC room, like extra hangout but fully walled? That's called I call that a 3-season room. Pretty sure. My grandparents had one of those, so like use it for every season but the winter. I've never seen one with an AC. Um, so I've never done that. I've never been in a situation to do that because I like my decks and my outdoor space. You have to look with your local codes for permits because every every place is different. So I really can't tell you. If it's a covered patio with a roof, and say you put up half walls and maybe some framing some windows or something, right? I mean, you can get away with like it's not permanent structure or whatever. Government wants permits for inspection on. They want it because they want to tax you on it. They want to tax you that you're remodeling your house, you're adding value, and they want to know as you go along. And that's wrong to me. So at my old house, I never got any permits for anything. And then I sold it, and that's when the taxes go up. So that's the way of the world. Um, so I would say if you have a covered patio and it has the condition, like do it responsibly. Like maybe there's an outlet on the other side or something, and you can bring power out or however. But do it proper so no one can question it. But if at least look at your codes though to see if you get it. Well, you can do anything you want, really. You just have to do it. How is that Tundra? Drunk from work. It was 1,800 a year for 1 mil of liability and 30K for my tools. 30,000 for your tools. Dang, man. Loving the Tundra. Glad to hear it. I don't know. Like I said on here, I've been working out of a van the last 3 years, and I'm with you there, Zaphael. I would just suggest to double check your. I don't know. Like, just don't make it like. You see those bad remodels and flips and stuff, don't do it like that. It's scary. So like 40 USD. Well, that's a sore D deal right there, man. 6.0 GM Express van with a 6i90 transmission. I don't know. Mine's the V8. So whatever the V8 is, it's a 2019. And for being a V8, I mean, you shove down on that gas pedal going up a hill, and it's like AC kicks out, which I guess is normal, you know. I mean, the AC barely works to begin with, but I don't really care. I usually put the windows down. Well, I will say, I don't know, George, what year you bought your Tundra, but the newer ones are ugly. Yeah, they are just. They don't look mean. Like that snub nose of the old Tundras was awesome. But, you know, the new ones, they just. I don't know. Or maybe I'll get another Toyota T100. 2018. There you go. I think that might be the year my father-in-law bought his. Actually, this is 18. It's got the snub nose, nice front. It's exactly like yours. Well, that's bullshit, BW. I'd fight that. What township has time to go? That has to be a small township. Jared Milky Way, what's up, brother? Dude, haven't seen you forever. Yes, big fence and dogs for sure, man. Or just a dog. Rust proofing the tits off of it. That's that Canadian, you know, it's what you gotta do up there, brother. What do you do? Just go underneath it and like just talk to it a little bit and then just hit it with the Rust-Oleum, or busy, busy, busy. Jared, are you still working the same job? Just curious because I always found that fascinating of a job. My brother-in-law did it for a bit, and he learned a lot. You learn a lot from that. Fluid film, 4 days. There you go. I could add some fluids to that too, you know. Oh, junk. And I got to take back on the Telluride um, mark of approval. Uh, I'm the local lube tech here in my family. I don't think my wife's gonna do it, but it burns oil. So I'm gonna take it to the dealership, have them change the oil, see what kind they use. I'm gonna ask if synthetic is recommended. If they say yes, have them do it. Then when it's all done, I'm gonna say, hey, I changed it with 20,000 mile full synthetic, and at 4,000 miles, I was down a quart. I guess all cars are like that. The other thing, too, though, that you have to note is the coolant. I see, like when we first got it, I paid close attention. So after we put a couple thousand miles on it, I lifted up the hood one night after it was cooled down. The coolant was gone from the reserve reservoir. So next day, got it warm, came home, and it was just a little bit below the low level. So I added to it. And it's been holding ever since, but you got to watch out. I've been keeping a close eye on my Jeep also, but that thing's been doing awesome. I like the Jeep. I do. I don't like the Jeep life. I don't like that. I just like driving the Jeep. Moving into refrigeration maintenance, that's cool for a company. That's awesome, man. That's be careful with that because I have seen a lot of videos of guys going and dying in the, so don't do that. Oh, don't tell me Jeeps are garbage. I'm enjoying mine, okay? First vehicle I've ever enjoyed next to my Toyota T100. And, well, the Kia Braga, too. I love that thing. Past their property next door at about 3 feet. Hold on. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Carlos. Hold on. Yeah, thicker gauge never hurts. I don't, you know, just as long as it doesn't get hot, that's all. That's all you want, right? Um, I've run those off 14 gauge, but not the big rigid ones. So I don't. I probably yeah, you probably could get with 12 gauge. 3 feet to the back of the garage. Don't know if it got permit or not. Hey, you know nothing about it. I know nothing. Yep, they love oil. And crazy with satellite data, they'll know if you re-roofed your house, put a shed in your backyard, landscape a bit. I'm just gonna I don't know, do something. XJs are cool. I actually worked with a guy that he wanted. Yeah, we'll see how my Jeep does. So, well, the one thing, George, so like with the Kias in general, the 2.4 liter, 4 cylinders with the turbos are the ones that are blowing up. Haven't heard any issues with any other engines from that company besides those. But now, I'm a little worried. My T100 was awesome. I wanted to keep it. My wife made me trade that in on a Ram. Yep. Go Javier. Did TMM get a Jeep Gladiator? Yes, I did. No, I hear I'm it's fine, Miss Carol. Um I've with the Pentastar engines or whatever, I've heard it's very, you either get a good one or a bad one, So I'm in the early rounds. Like I had a Ram 1500 2014, had the Hemi in it, loved the engine, loved the truck. I had so many other issues with it. The recalls were ridiculous. And then on top of that, one day after lots of on-call overtime, staying at next to a boiler all night, keeping it fired up in the middle of winter in a boiler room for 3 days. On the third day, I'm leaving to go home, and I go to put it in drive, and the whole transmission just flops, cracks in half. Maintenance man, there it is. What's going on? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a good Monday. What engine do you have in your CJ7, by the way? I forget. There's no such thing as Dodge anymore. It's just Ram. It's Ram. And honestly, all trucks are crap. All cars are crap. The only decent vehicles I've had was that T100 and the Borrego and the Kia Sorento. TBI variant. Cool. There we go. Oh, I could do it there. Okay. I see how that works. Or do I? I don't know. But, anyways, I mean, I love my Ram. I had some issues with it, but I have still bought into the Mopar. Diesel trucks is ridiculous. Yep, CJ's Mall, and I've said this a million times. I've met more Ram owners like you than ones like me. So I'm not knocking Rams or anything. I think, like I said, the thing ran great. I loved it. I just had a lot of small, stupid problems with mine. The 21 Cummins went back with HD gasser and never looked back. You do. You got to keep up with the maintenance. I did that with my Borrego too, and there comes a time where you just need to move on. Mostly because, like, when you have a family and like obligated to get anywhere and shit like that, you gotta have a vehicle that's working and not up on jack stands every freaking weekend. And I was top notch with the maintenance on all my vehicles. Because it's a big investment, any vehicle, no matter what price you spend on it, it's an investment. Gets you to point A to point B. There you go. See, car gets you better from point A to point B. Best variable speed screwdriver. So you mean like a cordless screwdriver, like a 12 volt, with a clutch and 2-speed gearbox. My favorite one I used was a Hilti. Hercules one was not bad. 8 volt or 4 volt. I'd go 12 volt with those. The brushed Milwaukee was good. I'm not sure what lineup you're in. I had a little 4 volt Black & Decker, but it wasn't. It was just 1 speed. Brandon, I'm sorry, I meant to acknowledge you before. What's up, brother? Vessel's a good one. That's the one I would go with if you want like a 4 volt one. And well, you're a plumber, so I wouldn't recommend the Skill because that's more of electricians. But Vessel is the 4 volt one. So I'm trying to catch up here. Never said he was the brightest tool in the shed. Watched him shoveling snow off his roof, almost get a slide off. Man, if the cost of living keeps going up like this, gotta be living in the tundra. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Man, you know that Mitsubishi Raider I had, I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was an '06 and it's a Dodge Dakota. The Mitsubishi used the Dodge Dakota truck. That's all it was. It was one of the nicest trucks. I bought it with like 149,000 miles, and I sold it at like 170,000. That thing wasn't stopping anytime soon. It was cool because it's Mitsubishi, but like everything in the engine bay and the windows and stuff all said Mopar. Is what good for electrical box screws? This fucking heart, I swear to God, is just stupid. I don't know how to get rid of it, but found on road dead. Fix or repair daily. They all have their, you know. It's like power tools. Everyone loves Milwaukee. I personally had a very bad experience with them. Sold them for dirt cheap to people and never looked back. Well, until a buddy of mine recently hooked me up with an old friend. That that's pretty cool. I've used the Craftsman gyroscopic. The gyroscopic's good. Um, the skill, yes, detects hot circuits. I bought that for one of my buddies, actually, the guy I work with, because he likes electricianing, even though he pops everything. But I thought it was the perfect little thing for him because he bought the Blue Ridge battery powered from Target, and he liked it. He was using the heck out of it, but the batteries go dead and it just gets weak when you use it that much. He's like an EDC type guy. So I bought him this skill. I haven't seen him with it in a while, but he loved it for the first week. What's up, Pat? How's it going, brother? But the gyroscoping is, I use the DeWalt 8-volt, but there's scenarios where it really just messes up. And you gotta get, I mean, it's cool, it's nifty, but new semi, yeah, you can. You might as well. In fact, I'll go buy a Peterbilt over a Ford Lightning any day. Yeah, seeing trucks in the 100K price range is crazy, but I guess with inflation it happens. No, it's crazy. And here's the other thing too, though, is I hate to say this, but if you don't need a truck, don't buy a truck just to have a truck. If you're just, I swear to God, swear to gosh, just don't do it. If you're not going to use it as a truck, don't use it as a truck. Or don't get a truck. That's what I meant. You know what I meant. I agree with you there, BW. The Craftsman was that it's you're a toolaholic. That's all it is. I mean, you wanted it, you bought it, you have it, and you probably find uses for it to justify keeping it. And just where we're at sometimes in life. Oh, don't even get me started on those side by side things. I don't understand that. I go up to my in laws' camp, and it's a nice. My father in law built this thing himself, and there's some yahoos that come up there now with more money than they know what to do with, or more debt than they just don't care with. But they come up there with I mean, what a side by sides now are like $20,000-$30,000. You might as well buy one of those, drive it around. Excuse me while I go grab some more beer. And yeah, there that is and stuff. Buy a new Honda for 8. How'd that little Honda? You had that what Honda Civic? Did you fix that up, Brandon? Let me see. Yep, 20,000 used. For what? The side by sides? 20,000 used? That's crazy. Not yet trying. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were trying to find a wiring harness. Well, the good thing is you can still go out and get a Mitsubishi Mirage for around $13K. Brand new. I might get one of those to start my business too. You know, you never know. $20K used. Unbelievable. Yep. Here's my only thing. That I will say about leather seats is, to me, they're easier to clean than cloth. I've had both. I like the leather because when you're messy, dirty, and all that, you can just wipe it off. Cloth, it wears worse for me personally. Can-Am Commander. But trucks are expensive because of those guys that go to like country concerts, country music concerts, and they want that, blue collar feel, so they buy a truck, and it's gonna drive me nuts, that screwdriver on the floor. So I should probably just pick that up, right? Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm 100 these days. It sucks. Feels like 100 out. It's my knees. They hurt. But, I bought these things off Amazon, and and just because, like, you hop on there and it's like recommended for you, and I was like, oh, they seem pretty cool. Like, I have a pair of Kleins that's a needle nose and all this stuff. Please don't. That's right. You stay there. Okay. So I was like, maybe these are, kind of comparable. My God, do these things just. They're not. They're not. I didn't make the video. I wonder if we're going to end up like characters in sci-fi movie with nobody able to do construction or fix things. I just sent I think we are heading that way. And to be honest with you, out of all the trades, I'm actually very worried about mechanics. Holy Nikes. Can I show this? Took it like a champ though. But that's what I had. I had a Dodge Dakota with the Mitsubishi badges on it. Mitsubishi badges on it. James Mall. That's not doing it justice there. I'll try to see if I can. Well, it's Instagram, so it's being. But that's. I mean, look at that. That Dodge took it. Hey, you dodge it or ram it, right? Are we talking about idiosyncrasy or whatever? I watched that video too, BW. That it wasn't just carpenters. It was like for every 12 construction people that leave, one enters. So in like 10 or 20 years, they're just going to be like inexperienced people. Yes, idiocracy. I'm not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree either. So like I've said that before. Retire into the trades in a few years. What did I say? Idiosyncrasy. Why did I say that? Idiocracy. Mike Judge, right? Was that Mike Judge? Well, I'm sorry, James. That sucks. I actually I know how that feels because that's happened to me. It was just the rear end looked like that. That's true now. I think about a lot of young crews running around nowadays. Yeah. And they don't know jack crap. So that's why this one thing I'll say, be patient with them. Try to teach them what you know. Brandon, thank you for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. Have a great night. We got to do a live one of these nights. Maybe I can hop on your channel on a Saturday or something. It'd be awesome. I would like to do that one night. So hit me up. These are my people right here, though. I mean, all you guys showing up, hanging out, watching me get hammered. Is there anything better in life? I don't know. Maybe I'm too busy living that and 1984. Right? And I will say, you know what sucks are these. These are terrible. Ideal dikes, offset. They're just awkward. Look at that small. Where are you going to cut? Fingernails? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Few cuts on that. I don't know if he'll show up the jaws or whatever. I mean, they took some hits. I didn't even use these for that bad of things. And these aren't bad, the hammer. But they're not they're still really rough. So, they're high leverage, they ain't too bad. for linesmen, but I mean, the grips are nice. The dikes, the right angle are snipper doos. Take your nut off thinger doos. They work well, but the head is just oddly small. I don't know. Something. Good night, Carlos. Thank you for joining me, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, George, they do. They do. That's why I brought it up. They do. Living that in 1984. Kind of on let it burn with new folks. Why teach when they're not really contributing? Well, I mean, are you giving them a chance to contribute? I guess. Henry, how's it going? +1 like. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be as humorous as possible and as dumb as possible because Eco Belkin, how's it going, brother? I was just thinking about you tonight. Justin Dow did a video a couple days ago, and I was watching tonight. He did tub of towels. And I'm fairly certain, I might be wrong, but you sent me the Gojos, exponential amount of them. I think it was you. Pretty positive. And this is when everyone was reviewing the tub of towels and stuff. James Mull, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Truly, thank you. I'm going to make this up to you someday, but I appreciate that, brother. Cheers with the beers. Lots of beers. And, thank you. You gave me the Gojos, though, and I tried the tub of towels. I tried the Gojos. Tub of towels are great, and they're more available than the Gojos. But the Gojos I liked better. Now, I found something similar to the Gojos, which is, what's that gunk engine cleaner? Gunk engine cleaner? But where did I see the Gojos last? I forget. But the Gojos I like. They're better. I used the heck out of them. Tub of towels work. That's a good video that he did, man. Dow's been putting them up, posting them out, and he's doing good at that. So James, thanks again, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, it's been a minute. How is the restoration of the Ford going? And the name escapes me now, but the last video I watched, you were still working on it. The flip. Ford, no, not Ford Flip, not Ford Edge. What is it? Please help me out with the Ford. All old hits are making videos. Brad's gay workbench posted the other day. Dude, I think you're the first person to send me something on this channel. And just recently I had other people send me stuff. And I just want to say thank you because it's very much appreciated. And it was very cool to test out the product and stuff. And like you're a YouTuber yourself, so you do the stuff as well, but it's a Ford Flex. I'm sorry, I apologize. Yes, is that still a in the process or? And Junk from Work, I want to say, and also with all of you, thank you guys for showing up to my live streams, supporting the videos when you can. Junk from Work, dude, the comments and it's I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me coming up in the YouTubes. But George has been very supportive on the videos lately, and I'm starting to think I don't know if I ever had your attention like that. Or maybe there's just nothing on YouTube, so I'm the best option for you. I'm not the best, trust me. I'm like, you know, did some rear work, suspension work on it before it took a trip down North Carolina. Nice, nice. George, pushing 220,000 miles, dude, that's awesome. That's seriously, that's cool as heck. Keep it going, keep it alive. I know you had to have a lot of work to do for it. They're cool vehicles. I still, in my area, I still see them frequently. Um, there's at least 3 in my general area. So, not sure the age or the care or all that stuff, but they're holding up. They're doing well. There've always been neat cars. I thought they were cool, and in fact, right on my street, someone has one. I see it all the time. And I appreciate that, James. I do. I mean, you and I are pretty much in the same space here in things, and I hope I give a little voice to us, I guess I should say. Oh, there you go. I have to do one on mine also. I also have to clean my water heater out. So I'm going to make a video on that because I bought a little tool that does that. And we'll see how it works or if it works. You know, um, I'll have to go check that out then. Mm. But I will say this, George, junk from work. Actually, all you guys in here have helped me out the whole time. Junk from work kind of gave me a little bit of a boost in the beginning of my time. So when I first started posting videos, you couldn't get monetized, but like I could go live at 100 subscribers. So like I'd go live, do live streams, but then they took that away quickly, and then I had to wait till I got to 1,000, and then I did live streams, got drunk, and people enjoyed it. So, but junk from work, I don't know how he found me on VCG Construction or something. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. We did. We had lots of fun. Lots of 50 gallons. There we go. If you want to go check out Eco Belkin's video, go check it out. There's the link. Go subscribe to his channel. Yeah, I'm still playing around with the whole YouTube thing, and I'm just going at it, man. It can definitely burn you out. And topics, finding topics, staying on topics, doing stuff like that. It's not that hard, but like you want to do it well. So like I keep trying to improve, but I don't think I am. But I'm trying to. If more get side gigs, apartment maintenance will go bye-bye. 100%, James. I got out of it. And the funny thing is I will go on Craigslist and look at jobs, right? Just see what's out there and stuff, gauge the market. Apartment maintenance places will be like, yeah, we'll start you at $18 an hour. We want 4 years HVAC certified. Or no, we want you HVAC certified, 4 years in the business. It's like, and I will write them. I would go, I'll type up a little thing that says, who in the fuck would get out of bed with an HVAC certificate? You know what I mean? And come work for you. Where the fuck do you get off? Mind-blowing what some of these but I will say this, all right? So when I start apartment maintenance, I start at $14 an hour, okay? $14 an hour. A lot of the apartment maintenance jobs I've seen in my area now start at $25 to $35 an hour. I have a drain for an hour each time. That's water. There's this one-time band camp. Yes, so let me get into this first of all. A lot of people have a misconception, and I just learned this recently also myself, of when you clean your hot water tank, you shut it off. A lot of people do this. Shut it off, close it off, turn it down, hook in the hose, and let it drain out, right? And all the stuff's supposed to drain out. I moved into this house, said brand new hot water tank, 2013. Moved in 2021. Well, this December will be 3 years. All right. Hot water tank just bangs and clanks, and there's all sorts of sludge in there and stuff, right? But I talked to my buddy who's a plumber, and he said that's a misconception. When you drain your tank, leave the water on, let it blast down, and turn the heat down and stuff. So that, but yeah, keep the water running, run the hose, and with the water going, you should see particles. I changed out, so there I put a new spigot off the bottom, put a new water pressure release valve it was just, they had one on there, but there's nothing connected to it. So I put it going down to the ground and put it into the floor drain, piped it over. Put a new expansion tank on it. The old one filled up. The other thing I did was put a new water pressure regulator off my water main. Because the old one, I use this to test your house pressure. If you're pushing past 80, you want to get, you can maybe take yours apart, clean it out, slap it back together. That's rare, but you could maybe do that or replace it. But water pressure regulator helps you regulate your water pressure. If it's above 80, it puts a lot of stress on the joints, cutoff valves, all that stuff. It's like when I first moved in, my water pressure, I hooked this up 120. I'm packing nuts were leaking, all that stuff, right? So you change that out. So here's the tool I got though. Turbo, gosh darn it, you moron of a camera. Turbo tank cleaner. So it's like this, you thread it in to the and it has this chain snake, and it just goes in, bangs out, and then there's an outlet for the hose so you can watch what comes out. Pretty cool product. I'm gonna record the video when I do it. I just haven't had the chance. But yeah, that's it. Turbo cleaner tank. And I know mine needs clean. It has a lot of sediment and stuff in it because it pops, crackles, and bangs like the Titan submarine. Skills are in short supply, absolutely. I drain my water here once a year. All I knew about was draining and maybe put a few gallons of vinegar and flush it out. Just all you, if you so like say if you put in a brand new hot water tank, every year when you flush it, just put a hose on it. You know, you can watch what comes out, but just keep the water on, and it should flush anything coming out. And then after a while, you know, yes, Pat, I will be doing a video on this thing because I found it from another person on the internet somewhere, and I bought it, and I want to make my own video on it. And it's pretty cool looking. We'll see what it does here. So like basically you can see how it V's there. So you got the hose coming off, and then here it comes out, and then you hook the drill up to that, and it spins the snake around, and there you go. It's, you know, oh yeah, 200 psi is great, you know. CLR, yeah, let it soak, do its thing. I've been doing it since 2008. And what have you been doing since 2008? Apartment maintenance? I mean, listen. Charge fire hose. 80, I would say, so like me personally, I'd say if you want to keep it at 70, 75, that's about max. 80, yes, is pushing it, but 200. And I'll be right back. Give me a second. Uno moment. That's probably one of the longest pisses of my life. So, yeah. Rear room, my basement, make a mechanical room with like a pressure washer, air compressor, and like shop vac. Hey man, if you got the space, do it and run those connections outside a utility box. I remember you did the I think you got a Tesla or something, right? And you put the thing outside. I doubt the city water line could handle that kind of pressure. So I will tell you this, man. And I don't know if James Mall is still in here, but with apartment maintenance, when you come into apartments, you're coming into like a 4-inch main line. So when you shut the water off to the building and you turn it back on, you got to go slow, very slow, because you have water that rushes. I mean, you're talking like boom. But here's what I wanted to show you guys. And it's a little bit of a mess, but so let me carry you over here real quick. All right, so when I did there's a laundry tub in here before. It was a big 24-inch. I put a smaller one in to give me more room, right? And I plumbed this all in. And so this valve, this runs a line straight up to my fish tank. So I can turn that on and fill it up however I want. But then this laundry tub came with this, faucet, which is fine, whatever. It works. It's got the little go anywhere. Cheap. So then I put a hose up to it for 2 reasons. One, so I could hook up to, if I wanted to hook up a hose to fill up the tank, since it's like, 150 gallons. Or if you want to check the pressure, the house pressure, I can go like this, hook that meter up. Let's see what we're reading. Open this valve. Right at 60. Look at that. It's like perfect. A little bit over 60, but that means that it's working. That's basically the main reason why I put this on here, is so I could have a way to test the house pressure. So here's my new plumbing. This was all shark bite PVC and stuff. I put, shut-offs, and then this line runs all the way up over to my fish tank, through the ceiling, all that stuff. And then I put that also just to have extra. And then because I don't have the traditional spigot. So that's that. Just wanted to show you guys. Thought that was pretty cool. Man, this camera gets pretty hot. Not gonna lie. How did we get... Oh, you know what? Son of a gun. Look at that. Wasn't even hooked up to the internet. But now I can. But yeah, that's how you test your house pressure. It's a good way to do it. These are handy to have. Tomorrow, I actually have a fun little project for work. Good night, Jamie. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, we had 3 to 4 inch in some of our apartments. Um, Definitely 2 inch in the one building, and then another one was bigger. Backflow preventers, all that stuff. But that's how you test your water pressure, and that my water pressure regulator is doing what it has to do, holding at 60 right now. And once I put that in, all the leaks where the packing nuts I replaced and stuff. I mean, the packing nuts I replaced fixed it, but that also puts so much less stress on every joint that's soldered in your home, you know? Yeah, this is that video I made where I hook it up, put the cleaner runs over to the sink. That's exactly what it is. Strapped it in, just rotate it down, good to go. Um, Tomorrow I will film because for work I'm building some planter boxes for one of our buildings. So I'm going to wake up in the morning, go to Home Depot, get the supplies, bring it to my house, and build it. So I'll record what I do. I'm just building a um, sample to see if the higher ups like it, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited to do that. That's a fun project to do. Um, yeah, but when you turn the water onto those big buildings, you just kind of like crank it a little bit. And it goes. So you crank it a little more. It's like. And then once and then after you turn it back on, you'll have about 9, 10 calls of some sink, faucet, shower head not working. Just got to clean out the yuck that went up there, you know. What sort of materials? Cedar, PVC, sheet. So material I'm going to use is uh, basically just plywood, like outdoor plywood, treated plywood. And then so I'm going to build, and they want modern, so we're going to paint them. So I'm going to build the plywood that it's 4 foot long, 1 foot deep. So I'm going to put some bracing in the back, and then there's going to be a shelf that's 6 inches deep for fake plants. But I'm going to put like slats for that, I think, just in case if any water ever gets in there. So we're going to paint the outside, and then I'm going to do PVC trim on the top and on the corners. And it should look pretty good. So, we'll make a video of it and see how it goes. I have to go off of what they want. So, um, what's up, Jeremy? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Monday. It is nice to see the old gang still. Yeah, absolutely. The bear's still doing his thing. I actually catch him a lot on TikTok cooking. He made ribs the other day that looked delicious, man. I haven't caught one of his live streams in a while. Like, I got a family. I got things I'm doing. And I try and catch as much YouTube as I can, but I just, don't have the time for it. I work a full-time job, got 3 kids, do make my own YouTube videos, and on top of that, trying to start a business. So it's been a little hard, and I guess other people can do that, manage that schedule. I'm still trying to balance that out. So We'll see how it goes. But yeah, dude, Eco, it's great. Like, it's awesome. Like, Pat's been here forever. Zaphael, James, everyone in here. BW's, electronics. Um, Jeremy's been around for a long time too. I've enjoyed making content, hanging out with you guys. Junk from work, Pat definitely has been around for a while. Zaphael's been one of my best trolls. Uh, Same with BW's. I'm just joking. If you guys are trolling me, I wouldn't even notice because. But I was Tool and Tactics. Is it the channel? He did a live stream the other night, and I was watching a little bit of it, and I saw you in there, BW's Electronics, and I liked your input. I will say that. Needs to get some rebar and frame up some molds to make concrete planter, but nah, screw that. I might get some hardy board to make these out of, to be honest with you. Um, Someone else put a comment so I could. Denatools did his wheat deal show this afternoon. So I actually bought something off of the old Amazons. It's that Bosch radio. Dude, 2-3 years. I think it's actually been like 4 or 5. Prime days in a few hours. Yep. One ex-wife, one daughter, 40, still married with 2 boys, 19 and 23. One ex-wife, one daughter. James, are you 40? 19 and 23. Teach them the trades, brother. That's why I want to start my own business so I can bring my kids into it. And they don't have to, they can go to college if they want to, but I will teach them stuff the best the maintenance man can. Everyone shits on, here's the one thing. I'll go on a little rant here. Tradespeople, stop crapping on other tradespeople because we all need each other. That's the bottom line. We all serve a purpose. We all take care of stuff, all right? We're all doing things that better stuff. Yes, they're crappy plumbers, they're crappy electricians, they're crappy maintenance men, they're crappy carpenters, there's so many crappy people out there, but there are a lot of good of us. And we do what we can. And we make it work, and we try and do things properly. I did a video the other day. I've done so many garage door springs and stuff, where I had to like redo them. You put them through the little eye hole, right? The safety spring. At my house, I didn't do that on any single one of them. Just caught that the other day. It's a big mistake on my part, but it's an easy fix, luckily. But still, it's something I've done 100 times and should have not missed, but I did. Yeah, I've been on here for like 5 years now, and doing videos. And Eco Belkin, I think you came on pretty early in that. My daughter is 40. My ex-wife is remarried. My sons are 19, 23. Okay. Got you now. Gotcha. I'm going to have some business questions for you, James, on the Instagram. So be prepared for that. And thanks again, man, for the $20 hauler, whatever the fine folks say. But I'm weird with that, but I appreciate it. It goes back in the channel. Um, the next time I make money off of YouTube, which honestly I think was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, where I made my $100. Still haven't made that, and but the next one, when I get it, I'm gonna get a gift card to either Lowe's or Home Depot and do a giveaway because I appreciate you guys. I want to give back. $100%. Always someone getting a shortcut. And also it's being a human, right? We make mistakes every once in a while. But when it comes to like doing stuff, you have to, like the garage door really did pain me because that's something I've done so many times and I messed that up. So that's something I'll never mess up again, obviously. But as a human being, we make mistakes and you learn from them, you move on. Um, that's all you can do, right? That's the best you can do. So um, it sucks, but you know, part of life. But I will say this: when I was a apartment maintenance technician, I took that very seriously because it was other people's lives in my hands, right? So you might not think that way, but it is. It really is. Everything you do, you have to make sure that you do it to the best of your abilities. No one's going to get killed by it. But I've worked with many of people that just, you know, viewed it as a job, So the best thing to do, it's a career, bucks a month, and get paid out every other month. I don't even. I mean, I get paid out every $100, but it takes me about 4 months to get that. 4 or 5 months. I think it's been even longer than that, to be honest with you. But it's all right. Like I enjoy making videos on YouTube. I enjoy putting out content that maybe helps people. Um, that's what I'm here for right now. At BW's Deals and DIY. Well, what is this? Well, hello there. Just subscribe to that. Hold on one second there, boys. I can say boys now, not boys and girls. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying it. I've been doing more of the what YouTube wants to see, but I still don't like it. I just I don't know. I will say this: I had this company, two companies reach out. One was for a microphone to record stuff, and it was, I was like, cool, yeah, I'd love to try out your product. And then it's like, well, you go to this link, buy it. No, not doing that. And then I had this other one with laser levels. This is what it says. Dear the maintenance man, I am Jason from Dava Company. We are a company who provide laser levels. It says we would like to post a review video or a dedicated video on your channel. Below are the benefits we could provide. It says we will provide all samples for free, which worth $150 to $280 each product. We could provide 10% commission based on the sales. The sales can be tracked by the affiliate link or our short link. We can provide some free products for your giveaway campaign. Dava is aim whatever. And this is what I replied to that. Did not send? Hold on. Where's my... Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Huh. It never sent. Is it still my... Let me look at something real quick. So basically what I told him, though, I guess it never sent. I wrote an email, said, yes, I would love to review the product, basically. I said, I don't want any commission. I don't want any commission-based things on or affiliate links. But if you could provide a link, if anyone would want to buy it, that would be awesome. I don't want commissions on anything that I post on here. That's just the way my channel goes. And I'd love to do a giveaway, of the top whatever brands. But that was the bait. I guess I never responded to this, but I did. I wrote a whole email. But that's what I do. I say, because they do that a lot of times. We could provide a 10, because I have one right now that I am reviewing. Where is this thing? All right, so here's one. Um, Hi, Neil. We would love to invite you to use our chainsaw. If you encounter any issues during its use or have any suggestions, don't hesitate to let us know. Um, in all this, and then we'd be happy to offer you a 10% discount code for your viewers to enjoy. Just inform us once you have finished. So I like that, and I said, I have no problem using the product. Um, Description and linking the video I make for it. So as far as reviewing the process, I said I'm a channel that doesn't review people's products, but if I get sent an offer with a product I think would be useful, I have no problem reviewing it, but I will give my honest review. I also usually am one that does longer term reviews, but I suggest uh, before I suggest them to people. Um, I said suggest them to people, but the price point of your product doesn't scare me, which I think it's all right price point for me, letting people see how it functions and they can make an informed decision on its worth it or not. So with a product like yours, I'd say like 30 days because they wanted to give me a month to review it. And I've been doing that, but like I don't like the emails with the offer codes, I guess is what I'm saying. I it, if it's like that one, this one that I am reviewing, it's not I don't make money off of the offer code. It's just a benefit to you guys. But I don't want you guys to buy it unless you don't need it. Like, and that those are the companies I want to work with. So the other company, I sent an email. It said the same thing. I don't want the whatever 10%, whatever you're selling to me because I don't need it. I just want to do an honest review because you know, if the laser levels work well and are good, that's then they'll buy it. If they don't want to buy it, they don't want to buy it. I don't want to put things out there like that. So, um, only short so far. There you go. Pay attention to algorithm I just upload. You know, I never pay attention to the algorithm either, but like me personally, I got to the point where like I really think my information should be out there for better or for worse. And you know, you buy the best things in life for free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. Need money, that's what I want. Your love give me such a thrill, but your love don't pay my bills. I don't want you guys buying, you know, I'll test these products out if I think they're cool, relevant. I get a lot of offers, and a lot of times I'll give my honest review. I don't want the disc. I like. I'll give them the discount code. I don't want whatever the commission is or whatever. That just seems wrong to me. Um, and most of the time they don't respond back. So I don't believe in those products. Um, it's the first time mentioned it anywhere so far. It's just deals, good markdowns. Good. I've had a few companies reach out to me wanting to review their products. TPMS tools, yeah, another one's tool set. They said that they watched my review videos and they liked them and they wanted to build a relationship with me. I don't do review videos. Well, there you go. I mean, $8K per minute. To be honest with you, like, I mean, if I get an offer where, like, I think the tool is cool enough to review, I'll do it. But, I've said this from the beginning. I review inexpensive tools because I like that. You know, I've I buy all sorts of different price tools. It's not the money, but if I see one that's like cool, a lot of them though are ones that I purchased myself, which is like 95% of my channel. But I don't want to take a commission on anything. That's why I don't do Amazon affiliate links. That's why I will link things to Amazon that I buy, but I have no affiliate links to that. And that's just me personally. A lot of people say I should just do it, but I don't want to. I don't know. It's just me. Not contact at all. I've seen deals others post, not, but I end up finding. Yeah, I saw someone post a video on the Cobalt 40-volt cordless pressure washer gun for $34. I looked at my local Lowe's, all 100 and some dollars, 170. It just wasn't there. Be right back. Thank you for staying with me. And I'm not comfortable pushing products on people, and that's the bottom line. I've shown some deals that pop up on Amazon that I buy myself, like that electric chainsaw for $100, 14-incher. That was a heck of a deal. And I have one coming up also that kind of coincides with this little one that I got. But I just I'm built different, you know. um, I like. Don't get me wrong. I want my YouTube channel to succeed. I do. I think I have valuable information to put out there, knowledge, all that stuff. But at the same time, I have valuable people that subscribe, put input in, which is awesome. I'm not the smartest person in the room, obviously. Like, one thing I will say about myself is I can go fix things, do things, but I'm not the best at explaining how. Like, I'm not one to sit there and tinker and think how this works or how that works. And a lot of guys are like that. But I know how to fix it. I know how to get it done. I know how to do it right. And a lot of guys will sit there, do it, and go, how did I do this? I don't do that. I just move on. It stores in my brain. So the next time I come across it, I know what I'm encountering. I've had some good mentors that I learned a lot from. At the same time, I've mentored myself a lot and took some of their things and kind of broke it down my own thing, you know. So I'm going to try and make my channel as interesting as I can. I really want to try and do a lot more how-tos and stuff. I just don't have a lot of the opportunities to do that, but I'm working on it. And I think tomorrow, you know, I'll build this planner box thing and see how it goes. But I'm going to film it, record it, do some voiceover, put in some sexy music, make it all, you know. Fine, look at me. Look at this background of, you know, where I'm at live, doing live streams. I mean, I got to work on that too. So, Acme Tools has pre-orders on a hammer drill kit. Get the heck out. Flex, I have to, anyone in here. All right. So I'm buying a 40-inch. I need to buy a 40-inch toolbox for my garage. I'm going to put out a video probably tomorrow, the next day, of my little, I had the Milwaukee. I sold it because in the new house, I didn't have the room for it, right? Kind of did, but I didn't know I did until later. So, anyways, I sold that and I brought my little Craftsman box back, and I have that out in the garage, but it does not store all my tools. So I'm looking at the 40-inch Craftsman, Cobalt, and Husky for just my at-home stuff. You know, and it's the bottom box with wheels, and then the top box, and then the top is like a hutch where you can actually put power tools in. Has a power strip. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that? I tomorrow, the next day, I want to go out and get it. I have the 26 quiet gallon compressor from Cobalt, just giving that to my father-in-law because I don't have any more old vehicles to work on. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just say no. And I had that Boss Stitch trim air compressor, which was great for all my nail guns. I sold that, and the one that I have to run my nail guns is a 1 gallon Hyper Tough I bought like 5 years ago, but that thing's perfect. The only thing, I run about 100 foot of line and I keep it far away from me in case if it blows up. But it works great. It really does for all my nail guns. It's a good little compressor, to be honest with you. If I had a Menards near me, I'd buy something from there. But what do you guys think on the toolboxes? I mean, I guess they're all about $600-700, for the Craftsman, Cobalt, and Husky. All right, but the Harbor Freight one, the General, do they have a 40-inch base with the top and then with a hutch that opens up? Like the here's what I'm looking at real quick here. Give you an example. Let me see if this is it here real quick. So basically it has the rolling bottom and then this is the top. So it's a 41-inch rolling bottom. Well, this is saying 51.5, but they have a smaller one. But that's the top there, which is 40-inch. I don't know if Harbor Freight has that. I like the top part so I can put all my cordless, ratchets and impacts and all that stuff in the top, and my air stuff, all that. Custom screen printings, how's it going, man? Thank you for hopping in. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know what to do. That's pretty much. The only thing is the top, all right, is not as. That is perfect. It is perfect. The top, though, just isn't as opening up, I guess, as the other ones, but it's a nice socket drawer right there in the middle. That could be an option. I do like it. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that, brother. And I'm doing great tonight. I do like that box. That is the one that's in contention. That's true. Top kind of keeps you from using it, which is what I do with my Craftsman right now, but obviously it's smaller. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good Monday. I do like the Cobalt one a lot. Uh, but we'll see. I don't know. And this is at home. This isn't like professional use, so hopefully no one's panties get in a bunch. I'm not the best to ask. I use bags for most of my stuff. I sink my money into the tools. Plus, I've got no room for a box. Too many tools, no room. That's why this is Toolaholics Anonymous. You helped me with that, BW. So, anyone who's come in here for Toolaholics Anonymous, that's BW's Electronics. He has a tool spending habit. It is. It's almost midnight my time. I should probably be getting to bed, but we'll hang in there a few more minutes. All right. If you guys don't remember, I used to do like 3 to 7 hour live streams. And plus, tomorrow I wake up, go to Home Depot, grab supplies, come back, and I work at my house, figuring things out, doing things up. It's going to be a fun day, actually, for me. Um, Much needed, for sure. You did. You helped me get hooked, and you don't comment on here like you do in Tools and Tactics. So I really do appreciate that, because you could come in here and do that, or you might, and I'm just my brain cells are just not picking up on it. But I remember, and it made it. I remembered. Had to get. I remember, and it made it had to get to work. See this heart thing is in the way. Ah, there you go. I remember, and it made it hard to get to work. Yep, it is. It's gonna be a fun day tomorrow. That's for sure. Especially with all these tool deals, BW's electronics tool deals pumping out. Tool deals and DIY. I like it, man. I do. Shorts, working on the shorts. There you go. At Menards, you son of a gun. Wish we were all so lucky to be at Menards. All right, we'll say 3 more minutes. May hard to get to work. Yeah, dude, I used to go for a long time. I will keep my Monday night live streams. Um, the last one and this one have been drinking live streams, but pretty soon that will be out of the equation because I'll just be too busy. But yeah, I used to go for hours. That name shall not be mentioned in here. I'll be right back. We have 3 more minutes. Yes, yeah, Souls puts out some good content. But he really he gets fired up, man, by just when you review tools and stuff, you're gonna have people all sorts of walk of life. Um, be mad. I get laughed out of every room for Ryobi, and I understand that, but like, well, I missed the deal on the non-marring bits. I just use a drill, and it doesn't mar anything. Oh yeah, the Apex. Yeah, I have those actually. I'm surprised it didn't take off. Um, he basically invented the lug nut non-marring. Yeah, you son of a gun! I'm gonna punch you in the face. I love this 4K technology, but I hate the way it works. So there you go. Got an itch there. No Hunter Biden. No. I will say the one thing I do agree with Tools with Souls is the drill. Okay. Um, the drill driver. That's what it does. Um, so I've actually never seen him really dig in deep to Ryobi, but I see him really dig in deep to the Makita stuff. And a lot of like it's for views, right? So that's all it is, and that's great. Like more power to him. Um, but with a lot of these channels, like that whole difference of a couple of seconds between this and that, I don't know, man. Like, depends what you're working on, but it's not that big of a deal in the actual trades if you're out in the trades. But I full heartedly agree with him because I am one of those. So, like, Drunk from Work made this comment one time. I was doing a teardown video of some tool and I'm using screwdrivers and stuff. And he said, "You have the most cordless tools out of anyone I ever know, and you're using a screwdriver to tear stuff apart." And I thought about it, I'm like, well, that's what I like usually use. Like, I mean, it's that or the drill. Like, I like to have a feel of what I'm doing. So, like today, we have a fire inspection tomorrow. One of the exterior doors that we have on the building took more than 15 pounds of pressure to open it up because it was rubbing. They're all effed up and rotting away. So what I did was prop the one door open, cleaned out in between all the hinges, and then took the screws out of every hinge, pulled them apart, cleaned everything up. all with the drill. Torqued the clutch to about, got it torqued to about 17, and it was tightening everything up perfectly. Did both sides, got to the end, add some new screws in and stuff, and then they were pretty much closing. So the one door, I had to cut off a little bit of the weather stripping at the bottom, and then the other door, so they're wood doors, but the exterior is metal, right? So I took my hammer and just banged it all the way down to the bottom to give some room. And then I WD-40'd the insides that connect, and then you could push it open with a finger and it closed up perfectly. I did that about 20 times to make sure it would work. Tomorrow, going to WD-40 up the inside of the doors again, see how it goes. There's a lot of Makitas in the trades. Heck yes, there are. A lot of people love Makita. I will agree with him, though. They have not done a lot to, keep pushing forward, but they have enough of a fan base to keep pushing forward. The other thing that I disagree with him on is that whole rigid is the best value lineup. It's a very small lineup compared to all the others. So, yes, they do have tools and offer a good variety of stuff, but in like locally where I am, rigid is like there's just not enough in that field to, even for a guy like me. Like, I'd rather buy Ryobi because pretty much same quality and they offer a lot more, so rigid. And trust me, I mean, I've said this before, I'll say it a million times over, I freaking love this impact. It is wonderful. It is great. It just fantastic. But I hate the batteries. Rigid batteries are probably the worst. Any little gunk or scuff or anything up here just screws them up. And half the time, even if you have to pay close attention, you gotta like look, am I aligned? Yes, okay. Because like if you don't look, sometimes you go in like half cocked and it screws up, So that's where I hate rigid. And I will argue this till the day I die. Ryobi batteries are the best out there. Torpedo style, but they hang low. And this has been my favorite impact. I've had this, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. I forget, but it's awesome. I love it. Multiple speeds. But my favorite impact of all time, and I will say this, M18 Surge, okay? That's my favorite all time. Second favorite all time, Rigid Stealth Force. And then this is up there. So I'm just pointing out the obvious, basically. So there's all the kid. I don't like the guys using big drills to dismantle and reassemble tools. Use a power screwdriver, not a drill. That's at a right angle. So I just use like screwdrivers because it just feels normal to me, but it's not quick enough for people. So, does that have a variable with which one? Uh, which one do you want to see with the variable? Oh yeah, absolutely. Thing's a monster. There you go. You got all 4 speeds. 1, 2, 3, auto. It's awesome. Here's all I'll say. Ryobi is the best lineup out there, personally, for me, for what I do. They have so many different products and such a good product. I don't care about what 2-3 seconds of difference in speed of screwing in a screw. The best thing about Ryobi is either you buy a tool and get free batteries, or you get batteries and get free tools, and then after like 2-3 years, sell your older batteries and then get newer ones, offset the cost, and you'll have the nicer Ryobi batteries. The only thing I will say is, one thing I do hate about them, they got rid of the rubber on the bottom. So did Rigid. All smooth, crappy. Trust me when I say the rubber bottom on the old Ryobi HP batteries was awesome. I miss that. No one company makes the best tool anyways. 100% true, man. And I will say this. If you are a tradesman and you are not diversified in your tools, I don't know if I trust you. That's all I'm saying. Will it slow down removing bolts with auto? Yes, it does. It gets a feel for it, you know. It, like one of those things. So yes, it does. Last beer, and then I'll get gone. I'll get out of here because, listen, honestly, I would love to sell everyone on Ryobi, but I know that all tradesmen can't use Ryobi. It's just the way it is. It just won't work for everyone. So I have to go now. All right, Custom, Wayne, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing everything. God bless to you. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you on the next one, brother. I'd love to sell everyone on Ryobi, but there's no reason to, because honestly, people have to take in the information for themselves and make a decision on what they want. Zaphael, I mean, could use that impact you just showed and buy another few if they burn them out. I mean, kind of. All right. I want to say I bought this with the hammer drill, brushless, which is also a beast. And this thing's hefty. I mean, take the battery off of this. I'd like to do a tear down. The ridges, or the Ryobi's probably a 1/4 inch longer. It's heavier. The Ryobi's heavier than the Rigid. But yes. And the other thing about Rigid, when you put it down, it just falls over if it doesn't have battery on it. So F that. That's stupid. This is a great impact. All right. And I think you could, I mean, like, if you just, a lot of people don't understand my channel is focused towards first time home buyers, because when I was a first time home buyer, bought my house, right? Need some work done. I hired someone. I was working as a janitor at a college, right? I paid $5,000 to this guy to do some repointing, fix some other stuff up, and when he got done, I was like, "What am I paying for?" I even said, "This looks like crap." But that was the deal. Like, I was like, I could have done that repointing job. That's terrible. I didn't know anything though. And that's when I started to learn. That's when I started to get a big focus into this whole thing, and was pissed. But he charged what he charged, told me what he told me, did what he needed to do. I was upset, but learning experience. But that's when I was like, you know what? I have an uncle who knows how to do this stuff. I have a father-in-law who knows how to do this stuff. I'm going to learn. So I learned, did awesome. If I'm doing a big job, it's Cord Tools. My chop saw 22, and I bought it big. Heck yeah, brother. There you go. I mean, like, when I first moved in my first house, I had a Black & Decker Chukum drill. There's no speeds, just fast. And I'd chuck it up with a bit holder in it, put the bits in, and then my uncle came up to help me with my first bathroom I remodeled. And in that bathroom, I bought the 4-piece. It was a light, circ saw, recip saw, and drill, and 2 batteries, NiCad, $100. And then I bought the tile saw, which I have out in the garage, which is actually green. And that might have been like $180, I think I paid for that. So we did the first bathroom. He taught me everything, and buying that first tile saw was awesome. And I still have it. I still use it. I bought the Diamondback from Harbor Freight, which is a great saw, but it does not store like my Ryobi. I did whole videos on it, on the Ryobi. It's a great saw. Wonderful. Um, But yeah, got into it and just never looked back. So there you go. All right, boys and girls, I think we're going to wrap it up 12:19. I think it started out slow tonight, but went long. And I appreciate you guys showing up. James Mall, thank you for the $20 hauler. I appreciate that. That'll go back into the channel. And everyone else, have a great night. Yes. I wish more people in the trades knew what they could use and get away with, for tools. Because you don't have to buy the best of the best. You have to be smart about what you buy and what you need and what you have to spend money on, right? So anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys joining. James Mall, thank you for doing to our holler. Cheers, brother. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. And everyone else, I appreciate you joining. And I will catch you next Monday live. I think, for sure. Maybe. We'll see.